This is such a great morning for us to be standing here at the Ludlow station, the last station, by the way, that you'll come to when you want to leave Yonkers and head into New York City. And so I'm here with Martin Ginsburg. Let's give him a nice round of applause. The founder of GDC. We also have representing the council president, Maria George, Lakeisha Collins-Bellamy. We have the council majority whip, John Rubo. We have the majority leader of City Council, Tasha Diaz. We have the councilwoman from the 1st District, Shanae Williams, who's with us today. We have Jim Cavanaugh, president of the IDA, Jamie McGill, executive director of the IDA. Well, it's good to see you guys here. So very important parts of the team. Today marks a milestone in the transformation of Ludlow Park, and I know many of the residents of Ludlow Park are here. Let's give them a nice round of applause, too. This is a great day for all of us. And working together with GDC, we are breaking ground on what will be the centerpiece to the Ludlow Park redevelopment plan. And here at 70 Pier Street, behind me, stands a garage and an office that will soon be home to 36 apartments, parking, and retail space. And while it may not be large in scale, the project will have an enormous impact on this community. Enormous, I mean that. The mixed-use transit-oriented development is the first of 3 multi-family buildings proposed by GDC for the Ludlow Park neighborhood. 150 Downing Street, which is just over the top of that building, and section of multi-parcel assemblage of Ludlow Bridge and Knoll Streets. That's all the streets right around us here. And soon, where we are standing will become a newly revitalized plaza, and thanks with the help and support of members of our state delegation, Senator Andrea Stewart-Cousins and Assemblyman Gary Pretlow. And so this new residential building with a new landscaping that will take place here, they'll have new lighting, benches, and a clock tower. And all this will complement the trains we hear. But all of that is going to complement a brand new park, a 3-acre park that will replace the old the buses that are now in the old Tarracone tank yard. So how great is that? We're going to be able to come here, maybe travel to New York City, take a walk along the water's edge. If Marty gets his plan, we'll be able to connect this park with the rest of the waterfront along the along Yonkers waterfront. So I want to say that this marks very meaningful economic development here. It's something that we've been fighting for over 40 years. And when you talk about the stop, when you talk about getting on that train and going down to Midtown, right? Everyone dreams for that. Everybody wants that. Everybody wants to be a part of that. So I want to say thank you again to the Yonkers IDA, to the members of our staff and our team. I know that the legal department is also here. Never forget the Yonkers City Council, because if it wasn't for them and the funding that they put forth to make this happen, it would not happen today. And so thank you to our City Council. Thank you to New York State for their investments that will help us transform this plaza and the city departments, which I already talked about a second ago. I'd like to ask the majority leader of the City Council to come out and say a few words on behalf of the members of the City Council. So let's give a nice round of applause to Tasha Diaz.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Thank you, everyone, for coming out today on this beautiful. It turned out to be a beautiful day because we're doing beautiful things here in Yonkers. I want to thank my colleagues on the council, because we go through a lot of scrutiny when it comes down to a lot of things, right? But when you see those pictures, those plans to see what we're doing to bring to Yonkers, that's what we do when we're in the council office. I also want to say thank you to Mr. Ginsburg. You are the developer that continues to give. Not only do you bring beautiful revitalization and development into our city, but you also bring parks that are well needed. So thank you for all you do for Yonkers. Continue to invest in Yonkers. It is developers such as yourself that we welcome. So thank you all for coming out, and have a wonderful day.
We also have the councilwoman for the 1st District. I'm going to have her come up, say a few words. Councilwoman Shanae Williams.
Thank you, Mayor. Hello, good morning, everyone. Oh, is it not a good morning? It's just for me? I don't know. Good morning, everyone. Awesome. Thank you. It's so good to be here. I'm glad that it stopped raining just for this event. My name is Shanae Williams, and as many of you know, the entire Ludlow project really encompasses all three, or it did, all three of the districts, the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd district. And since we've redistricted, it's a little bit different, but we're so grateful that this project is happening here in Yonkers. When you talk about public-private partnership, this is the perfect example. Thank you to GDC, Mr. Ginsburg, and the entire team. Thank you to our mayor. Thank you to the IDA, and certainly thank you to the Ludlow community. If it wasn't for you guys really going above and beyond and just being as vibrant as you are to make sure that you're a part of this project at every step of the way, we really wouldn't be here celebrating. So congratulations to everyone. I look forward to when this is complete so that we can come and really celebrate. But this is a very important milestone that I'm happy to be a part of, and congratulations to everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilwoman. We also have Adelia Colon, who's representing our state Senate Majority Leader. So it's a nice round of applause just to say thank you for coming. And we know the senator and the assembly members are working hard on our behalf at the state capitol. This is a reality, guys. The bulldozers are there, the building's coming down. The park has been purchased, and as soon as we can get the bus garage, the buses off the property, we'll start building that park right away. In Westchester County, George Latimer and our county legislators have put forth $15 million towards the building of that park. That park is purchased, that park is owned. This property is moving. This development is happening. And you know what? It's going to make for, again, an enhancement, an enhanced gateway to this wonderful community, especially the wonderful community of Ludlow Park. And so with that, the person who works with us all the time, has been working here and developing in Yonkers for since 1969, right? You said? Was that as far back as you've gone? Before that, he says. So, but he is here and was just had a great announcement with us with the building of a brand new park that we named in Martin Ginsburg's honor. He actually put his money where his mouth was that day, and it helped us build that park. And the park is beautiful. So take a ride up and check it out. So with that, let's give a nice round of applause for Martin Ginsburg.
Oh, thank you, Mayor. Actually, one of our earlier projects involved buying the mayor's family home, and where we built St. Andrew's senior housing. So that goes back quite a way. And we've been developing in Yonkers for a long time. And the wheels turn very slowly sometimes. We've been on this project now for 6 years, so it has been a painful project to get to the starting point. But I am very confident that if we can complete this project, and this is really the first starting point, and from this project, our intent is to have it green going from here to Bridge Street, and Bridge Street becomes a park. The entire west side of that street will be a park that runs into O'Boyle Park, which is going to be also, we're going to do major improvements in O'Boyle Park, and that connects to Buena Vista. So you'll be actually able to bike from here into downtown going through O'Boyle Park. So that's a kind of a nice, wonderful type of green environment that we like to create. And I'm thankful that the rain stopped today, and I always have confidence that things work out for the best. And I think this project, we hope to be a real game changer for this entire area, combined with the waterfront park, which is one of the things that we did here just to give you a little bit of background, when we bought the city's property, that was a derelict property sitting there for a long time, we could have just said, okay, let's just build this project. And we immediately expanded the vision and created a big headache for ourselves, because it really is what made this project as long as it has been. And we are very focused on making something really special here. And the fact that it took us longer to get to this point just emphasizes the importance that we put upon it. And we're going to deliver something really wonderful for this community. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Marty. And since you brought up, Flynn Manor, don't forget, my father was born right over here at number 6 Pier Street, in the 3rd floor. Spano and the family fuel business is right over here. As a matter of fact, my mother still owns the property. And Flynn Manor, if you look at Flynn Manor, you see, oddly, there's a house on the corner. So the young Mr. Ginsburg met a very tenacious woman named Mary Spano, and that was my grandmother. And she was holding out for the big bucks. And when my father sold his house, and the Flynns from Flynn Manor sold their house, Mr. Ginsburg decided to leave my grandmother where she was and build his development anyway. And so I don't know who got outsmarted in that one. So, but I will say that it's a fun memory, and we like talking about it. And I was 4 years old at the time. So, with that, are there any questions? All right, everybody. Thanks.